So you're thinking about moving to San Diego? You want to check out some neighborhoods? Well, today we're going to cruise through Encinitas, one of the more affordable neighborhoods in all of Encinitas. Nice little North County neighborhood up here. We're going to hit up neighborhoods, things to do, everything in between. So stay tuned. Let's get into it right now. Howdy, howdy, I'm Chris Erickson, local real estate advisor here in North County, San Diego. Usually we have Cassidy here as well. You'll see him later in the video. We had a little recording issue, so the whole first day did not work, but we're back showing you new Encinitas. We're gonna cruise around, show you a bunch of the neighborhoods here. It's on the eastern portion here in Encinitas, still super close to the beach. We're like 3.5 miles away. And if this is your first time to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're dropping new videos every single week, all things North County, San Diego. Sometimes they're vlog style like this, sometimes we're map view, but all kinds of information about living here in North County. And if you are thinking about making the move out here, be sure to hit us up. Call, text, email, whatever's easiest for you. We're getting reach outs every single day about people relocating here. We'll hop on a Zoom call, we'll get you dialed in, but the only way to do that is to hit us up. So right now we're cruising through one of the neighborhoods. It's like the heart of New Encinitas. It's called Village Park. There's a lot of other little neighborhoods tucked away in here, but as a whole, we call it Village Park, and we're walking through one of the biggest assets up here in this community. These huge green belts. You can kind of see them all around. They stretch up and down this neighborhoods. And this neighborhood's a good mix. It's like some single family homes, which are a little bit higher price. You also have like entry level Encinitas townhomes. A lot of those places have somewhat private backyards, little patios. Most everybody has some sort of garage, 1-car garage, 2-car garage, that kind of stuff. So a lot of different housing options, and it's a great way to get into Encinitas where you're centrally located, have access to all of Encinitas. I want to say this is one of the more convenient areas to live here in Encinitas as well, because we'll show you in a little bit. El Camino Real is like the main drag, cruising through, and that's where all your shops, all your stores, everything you need in there. It's like a 5-minute drive. You got Targets, you got Home Depots, you got places to eat, and everything else right there. So super convenient. Also located within this community, there's a few schools. So it's kind of one of those rare communities where your kids can actually walk to school from a lot of parts in here. There's a few elementary schools up here. There's a middle school up here. So if that's kind of something you're looking for, a little walkability to schools and stuff like that, this might be a great spot. Not walkability to restaurants and stuff like that. You will be driving, but downtown Encinitas is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Like I said earlier, the beaches are 3.5 miles away, so nothing too bad there. And then up here, you also have access to these Untitled trails. So there's a little cutout right down at the end of one of these streets, which you could hop into the next little community over called Untitled and have access to all those trails. There's like equestrian back there. There's some horse trails. And so I've been getting into running a little bit myself. So hop back there. I think the other day I got into like a little over 7-mile run. So plenty of room to roam back there. Amenity wise, there's a handful of different little communities up here, like I said, but some of them have their own little pool, playground for the kids, tennis courts. It's pretty cool, nice little community. Like I said, the most affordable right here in Encinitas. We're cruising through another neighborhood right here in New Encinitas. This is kind of called Encinitas Estates. It's a lot of those track homes. That's kind of like the new Encinitas in general. You don't see too much custom. It's a lot of these track neighborhoods. Cassie, tell them where we're at.
We are on the iconic street, Crest Drive, here in Encinitas, kind of at the very southwest end of Encinitas. And then you get to the south end of Crest, and it's kind of a mix of beach houses and huge, gorgeous, multi-million-dollar houses. So just kind of that, big range of different types of homes, but it's just one of the most you know, when we see houses come up on Crest, it's always kind of a little bit exciting because they don't come up often and they're usually pretty.
Location wise, there's not like a ton of, you know, parks and that kind of stuff like the Village Park area right around here, but the houses are a bit bigger. The lots are a little bit bigger, so you know, you have your own yard and that kind of stuff, usable. But as far as parks, you're going to be driving to one of the community parks right around here.
So these homes were built mostly in the 80s, but as you can see kind of around us, a lot of them have been completely redone. There are some original ones still around, which is just a great opportunity to kind of put your stamp on your home, but it's definitely a neighborhood kind of in that turnover mode, which makes it feel a little bit more custom in a tract neighborhood.
If you are somewhat on the northern end of this community, there's a little bit of walkability because there's a bunch of big shopping centers over there like Trader Joe's, a place that we're gonna hit later, a little BTR action, a few little restaurants and stuff.
And also convenience-wise, having those centers is great, but then it's also super close to get on the freeway, either on Encinitas Boulevard or on Manchester would be the quickest way. And then it's super quick to get down to the beach in Cardiff. It's probably an 8-minute drive for most of the spots in here. So pretty much just an all-around good location here in Encinitas.
And one other cool thing, not about this neighborhood, about this neighborhood, but also just about kind of that new Encinitas area. There's a kind of an open space area called Manchester Preserve. And this neighborhood, which we're gonna show you, has an entrance, direct access right to there. There's a few miles of trails in there. So if you need to get out, run, bring the kids out, kind of explore. It's not like a huge area, but it's really cool.
We're hiking around the Manchester Preserve here in Encinitas, kind of the south end of Encinitas. And as you can see, it's gorgeous out. It's the middle of February. It's probably what, 70, 69, 70, somewhere
just
on
the edge.
And perfect blue skies. And this is why we live here. We love it out here, and you can do this. You can hike most of the year, which is pretty awesome.
So as we mentioned, there's a few places you get to this little trail system in here. This is off a little community called Spyglass. The one earlier was that Encinitas Estates, and then kind of way down this way is Manchester Avenue, and there's like a little dirt parking lot. That's kind of the bottom of the hill, and you cruise in and you go all the way up. I don't know if you can see it back here, but there's like a little ridge kind of going along. So, and just for a little perspective, kind of where we are, you can see, you can't see it, but way in the back right here is San Elijo Hills, kind of off that way. Right back behind Cassidy here is like Elfin Forest and Escondido area, and then right back over here is like the Rancho Santa Fe area. So it's kind of spread out. You got killer panoramic views right up here. Cruising through another neighborhood. This area is called Encinitas Ranch. And one of the cool things about this neighborhood here, you can see what I'm walking on here, is the trails. There's a bunch of trails going around the outside of the neighborhood. I'm kind of one that's looking kind of east towards that new Encinitas area. You got houses back here, and then there's some other trails that actually go around the golf course, Encinitas Ranch golf course. So a lot of those golf course views, some of these houses do have ocean views, and technically we're not in New Encinitas, but it's right on the edge. It's one of the newer developments here in Encinitas. Right now we're just cruising through the neighborhood. You can see the houses, really big houses, kind of smaller yards is basically how this whole neighborhood's laid out. So really big houses. It's kind of tight and dense when they did build it, you know, just one of those newer style developments. So the houses are pretty close, but the actual footprint of the house actually takes a lot of the space. You know, there's still room for some of the houses have pools and whatnot, but it really just depends on if you want that big house, not a big lot, so you don't have much to take care of, then this might be a good little spot for you. Right now we're on the other side, some of the trails that are actually right on the golf course here. See some of the houses right behind us here too. So beautiful golf course right here. It's kind of like the only true golf course right here in Encinitas. There's a driving range up there. Some of the holes have these killer ocean views. The neighborhood you're gonna live in doesn't have a park or greenbelt or some open space. There's a few little neighborhood parks right around here. Leo Mullen, it's a big sports park, so you see them playing soccer and stuff out here a lot, but a play structure, little basketball courts, and then Oakcrest on the other side of Encinitas Boulevard over there, and then a few others scattered about, and a few throughout the city too, like the Encinitas Community Park's not too far from here as well, so you do have that option if you're living up this way. So we're at the end of El Camino Real, kind of the end of Encinitas before you get right into Carlsbad, one of the bigger shopping centers here. And convenience-wise, we've mentioned a few times, but they got everything here. Targets, they got your Best Buys, Barnes & Noble, kind of all the shops. A nice little van shop for your shoe needs right back here. So a little bit of everything.
There's a ton of like chain spots. You got your Chipotles and Subways and Starbucks and all those things that you need. But there's a bunch of cool little restaurants, local spots too to hit up.
We're gonna go check out a few of our favorites right now.
So this center's got a bunch of spots that we really like. Surf Brothers is right behind us, great little teriyaki spot. And then Hooked on Sushi is our family's favorite sushi spot right here.
Grab and go, Italian style, get some meatballs to go, some pasta to go, you have fresh sandwiches here, all kinds of stuff. Same center as the other two, Rosanna's right here. New pizza spot in town right here. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the name, but these nice little wood-fired pizzas. They have a nice little actual wood-fired oven in there, really killer, so get on, check this out. And morning donuts, nice Sunday morning. You got Super too. Right now we're passing Subman, you can see it in the back there. Some great local sandwiches right here.
So right behind us is one of our favorite Italian spots. I think it's somewhere back there. Borelli's right here off El Camino Real.
Right behind us, we have Jorge's, nice to go Mexican food place. They're super well known for their chicken soup. Some people just come strictly for that. This whole center too, there's like a breakfast spot in here. There's a sushi spot in here. There is Craftsman Tavern if you just want like a cocktail. Well, they got good food too, but a lot of spots just right in this little center here. And dare I say, the best sushi spot in Encinitas right here, Kato Sushi, little tiny spot right here in one of the little shopping centers kind of tucked away. Along with all the shopping and little shops and restaurants that we just showed you, right up and down El Camino too, there's a ton of medical stuff. Like my dentist is right here, my kid's doctor, my doctor. There's actually Scripps Hospital is a little bit further away, but just right down the road too. So everything is right here, centrally located in New Encinitas. And last but not least, we got Brewer's Tap Room right here in New Encinitas, a local watering hole. They got about 20 taps at any given time. A lot of local stuff. They cater to like these small microbreweries here in North County and San Diego in general. They bring in some other stuff as well, but nice end of the day, cruise over here, grab a beer. So that's New Encinitas, the most affordable area here in all of Encinitas. Village Park, you got Encinitas Ranch on the other side, you got Ciro, all that little neighborhood over there. A lot of things to do. One of the more convenient areas in all of Encinitas, even other parts of North County too, just because you have El Camino Real and everything and anything you need right there. A lot of good local little spots to check out, a lot of local spots to eat. So if you guys are thinking about moving to North County, maybe it's Encinitas, maybe it's Carlsbad, maybe it's somewhere in between, you want to get the process rolling, you got to hit us up. Call, text, email, whatever's easiest for you. We love helping people get relocated, get their move going. We'll hop on a Zoom call, get you dialed in on your search, give you a personalized tour of what we're gonna do, but the only way to get that rolling is to reach out.
We're dropping new videos every single week on all things North County, neighborhoods, places to go, things to do, and everything in between. So definitely hit that subscribe button.
You are in Encinitas, be sure to hit up Brewer's Tap Room right here, New Encinitas. Come grab some craft beer.
Cheers.
Catch you on the flip side.